Yo, what is up? demonjoefrance here. Welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at another max legendary weapon, but instead of doing it along the side of like, the new hyped up weapon set, we're taking a look at an older weapon. And that's kind of what I mean by new, because last video we did, it was the Swan. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the Dragon's Roar. And I'm kind of still working on getting some max legendary weapons, in terms of the new Rat Rod set, but I'm probably going to get them myself, to be honest. I'm probably going to level them up myself and then make videos on them if too much time doesn't pass by. For a little bit of information on the weapon that we're reviewing, here's the Dragon's Roar. If you guys are curious, it is the weapon that I can craft. I actually tweeted this out just the other day. This is the 10th weapon in my inventory, in my arsenal, that I have gotten to max legendary perks. So I'm very excited about that. Here's the stats on it. 43% crit chance, 210% crit damage, magazine sci-fi rate, blah blah blah. I went with a crit build on this because I think it has a base crit of 15%, so I went with crit rating, crit damage, and seeing as it's a semi-auto, I went with reload speed, because normally I do go with magazine size, but semi-autos, you're not going to run out of ammo as fast, so I went ahead and went with the reload speed. We're doing an evacuate the shelter mission, which we actually got a pretty good spawn. And if you guys are curious as to what my squad is, we are rocking the Skull Ranger Ramirez, the Master Grenadier Ramirez, and Quick Draw Calamity. So that's what we're going to be doing. All of them are 130s for a change, which I normally don't have 130s for my hero squads, which is actually nice to finally have that. And for this review, I don't know if I've already mentioned it, I don't think I have, we're in a power level 82 zone, but it's a 4x mission, and it's a nature storm, and the nature storms actually just recently got added into the game, which is something that I know some of you guys might not know. But yeah, you were only able to get fire and water for the longest time, and now we finally have nature storms being added, and have been added as of now. So we're actually able to use our fire weapons in these missions, which is really cool. But guys, that's pretty much it in terms of like the professionalism for this video. Let's just talk about random stuff, and kind of what I want to talk about is really how YouTube has been going as of recent. I don't know if you guys, I'm talking about YouTube in general, I'm not really talking about my channel. Kind of has me a little worried, kind of has me, a little questioning for the future. I don't know if you guys watch Markiplier or not, but Markiplier actually came out with a video as of recently, and he was talking about, YouTube being broken. It was like, what, like a week ago, or maybe a little over, a little bit less, that YouTube went down worldwide for, I think, like 2 hours, right? And apparently, his theory behind it was because of YouTube I'm gonna go ahead and like run away from here and try to get some gameplay. His whole theory behind that was actually that they like took out Google Plus or something out of YouTube, but it was like so heavily integrated that it caused the servers to actually go down for a while, and then they had to like redo everything, get everything put back together and whatever. And he was talking about that because a lot of people have actually been having their subscriber base and their their sub count and their views kind of go down a little bit as of recently, because of just some random crap going on with YouTube. And I've noticed it a little bit with some hyped releases and stuff like that. My channel does fine, but like right now, whenever there's not really like a lot going on, my videos really seem to like not get as many views as of recent. I think yesterday we didn't even hit 100 subs for the day, and normally for my channel, how it's been going as of recently, I'm obviously still thankful for the fact that I think like 80 something people subbed, but we couldn't even get 100 people to sub, and the days before that was like 500, 300, 200, stuff like that. And I don't know how today is going to go in terms of subscriber base, but as of recently, I've been trying to pump out a lot more videos. 2 videos a day guaranteed is what I've been trying to do, so that I can get some more people into the channel. You guys get more content, you guys can enjoy more videos and stuff like that. It's just a win-win for everybody. I work a little bit more, and then more people get to enjoy the videos. And it just kind of seems that YouTube as of recently has crapped the bed just a I used way too many over turrets. That's kind of crapped the bed a little bit, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know, maybe in the future things can get a lot better, but, I noticed that my sub count and my views were, insanely good because of the hype surrounding Fortnite. But outside of that, as of recently, the sub count's just been kind of bleh, you know what I mean? And, so far it's only been for 1 day, but I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about, seeing as markup. It just fell out of the sky. What the world? Okay, that's problematic. But I thought I'd mention it because, you know, Markiplier had that whole video and it's very popular and a lot of people were talking about it, you know. But, you know, hopefully this kind of trend doesn't continue to go on. You know, I'm going to continue, you know, attempting to do YouTube as my full-time job. I'm definitely going to focus on YouTube for, you know, around a year, maybe a little over a year before I 100% make up my mind. But, you know, for the next year, for the foreseeable future, YouTube is definitely my job. And, you know, with you guys using the support a creator tag for demonjoefr in Fortnite, for those of you guys that donate, for those of you guys that watch every single advertisement on my videos, you know, for the ones that are over 10 minutes long, and I imagine this one will be too, because I mean, you guys already know for these videos, I love doing commentaries. It's, you know, it kind of depends on what mood I'm in. Either I'm in a mood to kind of, you know, do some comedic editing and, you know, kind of do something like that, or I'm in a mood to kind of have a little bit of a serious commentary, and that's kind of more of what this video is related to. And I think because of that, you know, just kind of commentating about random stuff, probably going to have a timestamp. Okay, where are you? That blaster up there is like Chabone and my kahoonie, and I don't really appreciate it. But yeah, I think because of the commentary topic for today's video, I am going to have had like a little timestamp to kind of post where the actual gameplay goes to, for those of you guys that are like ultra hardcore and don't really care about commentaries and whatever. Let's go and like heal ourselves, and let's go and try this gun out against some 93 enemies. So the gameplay has officially started. So let's go ahead and just destroy some people. So I think non-boosted, I'm a power level of 95. So I'm kind of similar to these guys' power levels, you know, whenever I'm not boosted. And we actually seem to be doing some pretty decent damage. We're actually getting a little bit of server lag, because something I noticed with the recent Fortnite release is that Save the World has actually gotten a lot of freaking server lag. And I'm not sure why. It's pretty ridiculous because they literally just fixed all the hitching and all those problems, you know, not too long ago. They did some performance stuff, but you know, my ping seems to be just fine. You know, I'm not having any packet loss or anything like that. But you know, ever since the Fortnite release, for some reason, the husks like to hitch a lot, and it gets really annoying because the game is not demanding at all. You know what I mean? The game really is not demanding at all. It's a cartoony game where you shoot, you know, mindless zombies, and you know, you have some building blocks here and there. Like, the game should not have low frames per second. The game should not have hitching or anything like that. And I'm not entirely sure why they let that like be on console, why the performance is like that. I mean, you know, granted, you know, the game's not fully released yet, but it just doesn't make too much sense for me. But aside from that, let's go and focus on the Dragon's Roar. You know, let's go and talk about, oh yeah, I was just shooting at a husk that literally didn't exist for like the past 2 seconds. As far as the Dragon's Roar goes, ever since I got this gun completely maxed out, it's actually been one of my favorite weapons, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and just kind of parkour around this corner. It's actually been one of my favorite weapons. You know, the Dragon's Roar for a very long time was kind of like, you know, I was a little bit indifferent about, like, you know, it was one of those guns that I liked, but I wasn't too crazy about it. Now, ever since I got it, you know, max legendary perk, oh, they're still gonna have to walk up. Dude, this spawn is perfect. Let's get rid of this. No. Yeah, don't do that. You guys aren't allowed to come up here. Ever since I maxed this gun, ever since guys, I can't commentate. Ever since I maxed this gun out, I literally can't talk. Ever since I maxed this gun out, I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit, especially with the crit build. It seems to do pretty freaking well. It was always one of those guns I was kind of indifferent about, but actually now it's pretty much my go-to fire weapon. And I know all the Gravedigger boys in the comments down below are going to get a little salty about it, but in my opinion, you know, I like the Dragon's Roar a lot more than I like the Gravedigger, because one, the Dragon's Roar is a fire weapon. You know, the Gravedigger you can actually change. The Dragon's Roar you cannot. It stays a fire weapon, which I like. You know, it makes it unique. I like those weapons like that. I even have a lightning revolver, or vacuum tube revolver, I think it's called, and you know, that stays you know, nature no matter what. It doesn't change. So I kind of like weapons that are like that. It really keeps them unique and kind of fresh, so that whenever you are in a nature storm like I am right now, you know, you always have your go-to weapon. And for me, as of recent, the Dragon's Roar has really been that weapon, you know what I mean? It's really fun to use, and I love going with crit builds. I'm about to die. I love going with crit builds on weapons. You know, if I can't, then obviously I don't. But you know, like as of recent with the Swan, because of its 6th perk, I did go with a crit build on it. You know, I had somebody leave an idiotic comment talking about how they used weapon stability and headshot damage on the Swan. I don't think that person realized that weapon stability doesn't reduce your spread. You know, a little PSA for you guys. You guys know whenever you use the Wraith and the Wraith spread kind of goes a little crazy. For those of you guys that don't know, weapon stability does not decrease the spread. Weapon stability keeps the gun from kicking as much. And kick is near non-existent in this game. Just to give you guys an example of kick. Actually, I can't give you an example with the Dragon's Roar. Let's see if I can give you guys an example with Mercury LMG. Let's try that. Let me give you guys an example. You see that? That's what weapon stability fixes, right? How my gun just goes straight up in the air. But let me show you whenever I'm controlling it. Can you really tell that there's that much kick? You know what I mean? I'm keeping it in the same general area for the most part. But yeah, somebody left like an idiotic comment talking about, yeah, you know, your Swan build was absolute garbage. You know, you shouldn't go a crit build on it. You know, you should go headshot damage and damage with weapon stability. I looked at that comment. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You know, I know how, you know, for the most part, I'm like a very casual person whenever it comes to Fortnite Save the World. But as of recently, you know, ever since I've been getting to the end game, ever since I've been running, you know, power level 100 mission plus all the time, you know, I've kind of become a little bit of a hardcore player. And, you know, whenever it comes to weapon rolls and how weapons should be perked and, you know, how hero squads should be done, I've become a little bit more serious with that kind of stuff. And, you know, recently I've stopped with using double urban assault in my squads, because double urban assault, you know, 9 times out of 10 isn't as good as an urban assault and an MGR. You know, it really does depend on the gun that you're using. But, you know, for example, I just go with MGR in my support slot whenever I'm using urban assault, because, well, especially with this weapon, I'm not aiming for the head 100% of the time. It's a single shot weapon, and it's kind of harder, especially with the spread of the weapon. So why go with double UAH on this weapon, for example? But as of recent, you know, I've been becoming a little bit more of a hardcore person whenever it comes to this game. And just seeing comments like that, it just makes me like lose faith a little bit. You know, I understand if you're ignorant and stuff and you don't know entirely what you're talking about, but don't call me an idiot whenever in the same comment you're making yourself look like an idiot. You know what I mean? And I'm not too beat up about the comment. You know, I don't really take comments too seriously that, you know, attempt to criticize me. You know, if you guys want to criticize me, I take it with 100%, you know, constructive criticism and stuff. But if you're calling me an idiot, you know, for my weapon or what I'm doing, you know, whenever you're offering a different solution that is even more ridiculous, you know, it's kind of stupid, and it made me laugh and facepalm at the same time. But yeah, you know, I'm always open to criticism. I'm always open to hear your guys' feedback and your opinions, as long as you guys are respectable about it. But yeah, you know, I thought I'd kind of mention that. Little old casual Demon Joe has been taking the game a little bit more serious than usual. But guys, that is my gameplay video for the Dragon's Roar. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, most importantly, what you guys thought about the gameplay that you guys saw. You know, right now, I still can't talk. I'm stuttering way too much. Right now, I don't like the way that Fortnite Save the World has been performing, so I'm sorry if that gameplay was a little difficult to watch. I'm not sure if it was on YouTube. You know, it's a lot different playing it than it is watching it, so I hope that that gameplay wasn't difficult to watch from like a frame rate perspective and from performance perspective. But guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys thought about the Dragon's Roar in the comments down below. Personally, you know, I guess I am classifying this as a review. What would I give the Dragon's Roar? In terms of like being a fire only weapon, and it's like my only go-to for fire weapons, probably give it a 9 out of 10. In every single gun in general, if we're taking a look at all guns, let me think about this for a second. Nocturno, love it. Typewriter, love it. Swan, love it. Razorblade, love it. Wraith, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. But, you know, as this being like the gun that I go to for fire damage, you know, against nature enemies, it's definitely like the only weapon that I like to use against nature enemies because of how satisfying it is. But I like the way that you can roll it. I like the way that the weapon performs. So I'd probably give it like a very solid 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. But guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. If you guys got to this point in the video, please comment, quote, demonjoefrance has the biggest PP in all of the land. If you guys could do that for me, that'll show me that you guys watched all the way to the end of the video, and I would greatly appreciate that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to use code demonjoefrance at controlfreak.com for any of you guys that do play Battle Royale. Make sure to follow my Instagram and my Twitter, and also make sure to join the Discord down below. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.